What's up YouTube, this is Mothra here with a deck update and a YCS Miami review. So this past weekend I did go to YCS Miami. I entered with Thunder Family. Um, I would say I was actually pretty happy. Yeah, I didn't top or anything, but I was really happy with the fact that I actually made it to the second day, and especially with Thunder Family. A deck that I'm pretty sure maybe some other people were running it, but I did not see. I mean, hey, this deck, it's not a perfect deck, but it did pretty okay. In the end, my record was, I believe, 6-4-1, 6 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. Um, but yeah, it was a great event. I'm happy to have at least made it to the second day. Oh, so much pressure. So, get to the build. Um, Deck I'm running the triple Thunder Seahorse, which are pretty much staples. Triple Mahundra, the triple Fahundra. You know what they do. They normal summon other level 4 light thunders. Great for Xing and Synchron. Running triple prism. The violent prism actually, it actually did it very well. For example, against one of my matches was just Chaos Agent. My opponent attempted to run over my monster with, I believe it was Dark Mist, one of that rank 2 Exceed. And surprisingly enough, after using its effect, it couldn't get over my monster because of Violent Prism, since Violent Prism does activate during the damage step. So it was very great that a lot of people would always ask me if they could read the card because they had no idea what it does. So I'm surprised that, but I'm not surprised at the same time because, well, who uses this deck? So yeah, to Thunder King Ryo, they put in a lot of work, slow down the opponent a lot. Running Double Veiler, though the Veilers did come in handy. Didn't play. I only played one Dino Rabbit in the entire thing, which is surprising. Playing double Dragodia. The Dragodias prevented OTKs. They did very well. And a single copy of Gorse. Master spells. I'm running the Monster Reborn, Mind Control, Heavy Storm, and Dark Hole. I have to say, Mind Control won me, I believe, 3 matches after either drawing it or having it in hand. My opponent would be low on life points, so thankfully I would draw this Mind Control and just attack with whatever monster I already had on the field. So yeah, Mind Control, it did very well. I'm running double MST. I was running 3 MSTs at the tournament, but for now I'm running it down to 2. Double Lance. This card put in a lot of work. Like, it is incredible. Great against Fire Fists. Very great against Fire Fists. My opponent would try to get over my Thunder King with a Gene War Wolf. After using this card, well, they couldn't really beef him up or anything. Double Duality for search. This deck needs as much search as it can. Double Recycling Batteries. Still a great card. For traps, Judgment and Warning, so the Solemn Brigade. I took out the third MST and a Pot of Avarice I was running for 2 Mirror Force. The deck doesn't really have that much attack protection by traps, so I wanted to try out 2 Mirror Force, so hopefully they do good. Double Call of the Haunted, they did, well, they didn't, it just Call of the Haunted, I guess. And double Torrential. Alright, so for my extra deck, I have my little Oscar token. Double Stardust. Although I didn't really summon both of them. I would only summon one. Still a great card, especially since the deck can level late synchro pretty easily. One Blackwing Dragon. I have told myself this many times. I will never take this card out of my extra deck because you will never know when you will play one of those random chain burns or a burn deck in general. I have 2 friends, or well, friends, yeah, that lost an entire match to chain burn. I was surprised, like, seriously, a chain burn. Like, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised, because not a lot of people are prepared for those decks. And that's why I always tell myself, never take this card out of the extra deck. I remember the first time I built this deck, the first person I played had a burn deck, and I had taken Blackwing Dragon out, so I was really mad about that. And that is why he is never going to leave my extra deck ever again. 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Thought Ruler, 1 Avenging Knight Parsha, and 1 Crimson Blader. Oh my god, Crimson Blader put in so much work against Chaos Dragon and Chaos Agents. Chaos Dragon, they couldn't summon anything like Light Pulse or any of their monsters basically, except for like the low ones. And against Chaos Agents, they couldn't go into Hyperion. So this card put in work. Very good, very good work. For Exceeds, one Kachikochi Dragon. One number 50 Black Corner Ship. This actually won me a match. The match against Chaos Agent. Really good. Utopia. I want to take this card out. I hate this card. It never does anything, in my opinion. One of Agishki Marigeist, even though I never played it, I always keep it in there. One Maestroke. One Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller did very well. Well, it's a good card in general. And I don't think I ever summoned it throughout the entire YCS. One Gagaga Cowboy. It was surprising. My opponent had, in one matchup against Merlanteans, my opponent had 1200. So I go into this. They activate effect. They go skill drain. So I was sad. But then the next turn, I was able to draw Mind Control. And they only had one monster on the field. So it got me the match. That is why Mind Control is a great card. But yeah, Gaga Cowboy. And one Photon Popular Operative. So yeah, that's it for the Exceeds. Now for my side deck, I changed it up now. So before I was running 2 Falsadina and 2 Penguin Soldiers, but Falsadina did pretty good against Darkworlds. Like, I lost the matchup against Darkworlds because those cards are ridiculous. And but Falsadina was able to slow him down, so it's a great card. But I don't like using it that much. Penguin Soldier, I would never draw it whenever I set it in. So yeah, I took him out. Right now I'm gonna run. I'm running triple Messenger of Peace. This deck sometimes takes a while for setup. Like, yeah, sometimes I can draw a mother or father with a tuner and go for an insta level 8, but sometimes I don't draw them in time. So I'm gonna side deck these if I have to make more time. I side in my 3rd Forbidden Lance. I would always side in this card every matchup against any deck that I played. It's a great card. I'm not surprised why it's a $20 to $25 card. I was running 2 breakthrough skills, but now I'm running side decking 3. I would only side deck these whenever I would use macro, or if my opponent were to use macro. This card actually put in some work. I remember one of my matchups, my opponent had a Dragodia. So he attacked one of my Violent Prisms, and I go breakthrough skill, making the Dragodia a 0 attacker. So it did its job. It's a good card. I'm not saying it's a terrible card. It's a good card. Double Bottomless. Bottomless put in work against Chaos Agents. Very good work. Double Mind Crush. A lot of decks now are playing searchability, so it's not bad. Obviously, don't use this against Darkworlds. Double Macrocosmos. This card, it saved me in a few duels. Because of it, my opponent had no graveyard, so they couldn't really do much. My deck doesn't really care about graveyard as much, so yeah. And finally, 2 Overworked. This card, oh my god, this card is amazing. In my on the first day, my last matchup, which was I believe round 9, I went up against my first Fire Fist. I had not played a single Fire Fist throughout the entire YCS of it until the end of the night. Well, basically, yeah, it was a very versatile. Anyway, so this card actually took a Solemn Judgment. My opponent had no choice but to Solemn Judgment of Overworked. It made me laugh a little on the inside because I'm like, wow, really? But I understand because hey, this card would kill all their monsters. This actually worked pretty good also against Darkworlds, because Darkworlds have their field spell. That field spell always gives them a power. So yeah, and I drew another one after he Judgment this, the Fire Fist player. So I set it, I activate it, and he chains MST to his own Tenki. So he had to waste a lot of cards just to get rid of this. And it makes me happy. It's like, so yeah, that's my deck for now. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Overall, my first YCS event, I really enjoyed it. I hope to go again, maybe try and top again with Thunder Family. I mean, hey, I got 98th place, I believe, on the second day, and on the first day I got 94th place. So I got I think in total I got 98th place out of maybe 1,700 plus people that entered the tournament. Although a lot of people dropped because you know, Some of my friends got 0-3'd. It was just terrible. I was surprised. A lot of people were surprised that I was actually making it at all with like Thunder from me, because hey, it's one of those decks that you don't really see a lot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you later.